day, everyone. I am Princess Dayan D. De Los Reyes from BSED English 3B. Today, I will going to discuss the strategies in teaching prose. Teaching prose in a classroom aims to guide students to better comprehension and engagement with text. Considering that writers may implicitly state the purpose of the prose, readers are expected to think imaginatively in order to establish a personal connection with what they are reading. That is according to Prose 2018. This paragraph explains why we teach prose. The main idea is that we want students to really get what they are reading and enjoy it. It points out that writers don't always spell out their meaning clearly, so readers need to use their imaginations to connect with the text on a personal level. Think of it like this: the author gives you clues, and you are the reader and are like a detective figuring out the full picture. The following are 3 effective teaching strategies for prose as offered by Prose 2018. Number 1 is the small group discussion. Number 2 is the found poems. And the 3 is the FS 5 prose strategies. So these are the 3 specific ways teachers can help students understand and appreciate prose, all based on suggestions from a source by Prose 2018. For better understanding, I will discuss each. So first is the prose small group discussions. This is done by facilitating class discussions through which the students share their own thoughts about the reading. The teacher may consider breaking the class into smaller, more manageable group of learners to maximize their participation. Hence, everyone will be benefited by hearing varied perspectives about the topic, which means that instead of one big class discussion, students talk about the reading in smaller groups. This gives everyone a chance to share their ideas and hear different viewpoints. It's like having lots of mini conversations instead of one big, sometimes overwhelming one. For example, number 1, after reading an excerpt from To Kill a Mockingbird, the class is divided into smaller groups. Each group is given a specific question to discuss, such as how does Harper Lee use Atticus Finch to represent courage, or what is the significance of the mockingbird symbol. After a set time, each group shares their findings with the class. Example number 2. Students read a short story independently in their small groups. They take turns sharing their initial reactions to the story, identify parts they found confusing or compelling, and posing questions they have about the characters or plot. The teacher circulates, facilitating the discussions and prompting deeper analysis. Second is the create found poems from prose. This is done by using found poems created by students based on the prose that they have already studied. Through this, students' creativity and comprehension skills will be encouraged and improved, which means that students take words and phrases from the prose they've read and arrange them to create a poem. This helps them understand the text better and also lets them be creative. It's like taking the building blocks of the prose and making something new and artistic. For example, number 1, students read a chapter from The Great Gatsby. They are then tasked with finding powerful words and phrases from the text and arranging them into a poem that captures the essence of Gatsby's longing for Daisy. They can add line breaks and stanzas to shape their found poem. For example, number 2, after studying a descriptive passage about nature, students create found poems by selecting words and phrases that evokes the imagery and sensory details of the scene. They might focus on creating a poem that captures the feeling of a specific season or a particular landscape. Last is the 5S prose strategy. In here, the 5S strategy, speakers, situation, sentences, shifts, and syntax, will be taught to students to help them analyze prose passages. They will be guided as they record their observation and interpret each heading of the graphic organizers, which means that these strategies give students a framework for analyzing prose. The 5S stands for speaker, situation, sentences, shifts, and syntax. Students use these categories to examine the text more closely. It's like having a toolbox with specific tools to take apart and understand how the prose works. For example, number 1. Students analyze a passage from a speech using the 5S graphic organizer. They identify the speaker, the situation in which the speech was given, case sentences that convey the speaker's message, any shifts in tone or focus, and the syntax used to create emphasis or rhythm. Example number 2. Students examine a scene from a novel. They use the 5S strategy to analyze the dialogue between two characters. They consider who is speaking, the context of the conversation, important sentences that reveal character or plot, any changes in the dynamic between the speakers, and how the sentence structure reflects the tension or intimacy of exchange. So, in conclusion, effectively teaching prose requires engaging students in active and thoughtful interaction with the text. These strategies outline small groups discussion, creating found poems, and utilizing the 5S strategy offer practical approaches to foster deeper comprehension and appreciation of prose by encouraging students to share perspective, explore creative expression, and analyze textual elements. Educators can empower them to connect with prose on a personal level and develop critical reading skills. These methods, as suggested by Prose 2018, move beyond passive reading and cultivate a more dynamic and enriching learning experience. It reiterates the good prose teaching gets students actively involved with the text. The 3 strategies, small group discussion, found poems, and the 5S strategy, are all practical ways to do this. The conclusion emphasizes that these methods encourage students to share their thoughts, be creative, and analyze the text, leading to a deeper understanding and appreciation of prose. It's all about making reading an active, engaging, and enjoyable experience, not just something passive. That will be all. Thank you.